Listen, chosen ones. The spiritual veil is thinner than ever, and something monumental is unfolding in the heavenly realms. Those with eyes to see and ears to hear can sense it. The shift, the divine movement, the arrival of messengers sent by God Himself. The four angels are here. This is not a symbolic vision or a poetic metaphor. They come bearing messages that will redefine everything you thought you knew. For generations, these revelations have remained concealed, but now the time of unveiling has arrived. This message is not for the world at large. It is not for those still bound by the illusions of comfort and complacency. It is for you, the 144,000, the ones set apart before time began. If this resonates deep within your soul, if your spirit stirs with an unshakable sense that you were called for something greater, then this message was meant for you. Comment 999 below as a declaration that you recognize the divine summons upon your life. Have you ever questioned why your path has been so different? Why your journey feels heavier, lonelier, yet filled with undeniable purpose? You have seen what others cannot see, felt burdens that few could ever comprehend. You have faced rejection, endured relentless trials, and walked a road that only the chosen can understand. This is no accident. From the very foundation of the earth, God set you apart for something beyond the ordinary. The time of preparation is over. The four angels bring not gentle reassurances, but divine mandates that will awaken your spirit to an entirely new dimension. Their words will not only confirm what you have long suspected, but will ignite a transformation that will alter your path forever. Are you ready to hear them? Because once you do, nothing will ever be the same. But before we step into these revelations, I want to extend my deepest gratitude to those who have supported this mission through super thanks. Your faithfulness and generosity are not just contributions, they are acts of divine alignment. May God pour His blessings upon you in ways beyond what you can imagine. Now, prepare yourself. These four messages are not just knowledge, they are a call to action. And once you receive them, there is no turning back. Are you truly ready? Because the moment of awakening is here. God's chosen ones, the 144,000 have been called. The four angels have arrived with four powerful messages. Message 1. Look into your life. The world has deceived you from the very beginning. The first angel speaks, delivering a truth that challenges everything you thought you knew. You have been conditioned to accept a version of life that was never meant for you. From the moment you were born, society has placed expectations on you, what to desire, what to pursue, what to value. But have you ever stopped to question whether these were truly yours? The world has woven illusions so skillfully that many never wake up from them. False hopes, empty pursuits, meaningless struggles, all distractions designed to keep you from realizing who you really are. But now, it is time to open your eyes. Look past the noise, the endless distractions, the burdens placed upon you. When you strip all of it away, what remains? Who are you beyond the labels, the roles, and the expectations that have been forced upon you? You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to fit into this world. That discomfort, that feeling of not belonging, it's because your spirit was chosen for something greater. Jesus Himself declared in John 15:19, "If you belong to the world, it would love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world." That deep longing you have always felt, that inner knowing that there is something more, it is the call of your divine destiny. Have you ever wondered why, no matter how much you follow the world's ways, it never feels quite right? It's because you were set apart. Consider Moses, a man raised in the luxury of Pharaoh's palace, yet never truly one of them. Though he had access to wealth, power, and prestige, his soul was restless. The world had given him everything, yet something inside him knew he was meant for more. When the time came, he had to make a decision: continue living a lie in comfort, or step into his divine mission to lead his people to freedom. His journey mirrors your own. What false identity have you been living in? What comforts have been keeping you from stepping into your true calling? And in more recent times, think of Malcolm X, a historical leader known for his powerful transformation. Once caught in a world of deception and falsehood, he was molded by a system that sought to define him. But when his awakening came, he saw through the illusions. He could no longer conform. He had to break free. The truth changed everything. And now, the same truth is calling you. Wake up. Recognize the chains that have been placed on your mind and soul. This world will never truly embrace you because you were never meant to belong to it. Let go of the illusions, the distractions, the false promises. What remains when all of it is stripped away? Only the truth. And the truth is, you are chosen. The unease you feel, the sense of not quite belonging, is not a flaw. It is a sign. Your soul was never meant to be confined by the artificial systems of this world. The restless longing within you is proof that your spirit was not designed to be imprisoned by the rules of men. You were not created to conform to a broken system, to chase illusions that vanish the moment you grasp them. Have you ever wondered why nothing in this world truly satisfies you? Why, even when you reach what others call success, an emptiness lingers? The world has conditioned you to chase after success, but in reality, success, at least as the world defines it, is nothing more than a golden cage. A life spent pursuing wealth, power, and status may look fulfilling on the outside, but inside, it often leads to a soul suffocated by anxiety and dissatisfaction. Look at the countless celebrities who seemingly have everything yet fall into despair. Robin Williams, one of the greatest comedic actors of all time, brought joy to millions, yet privately battled a deep and painful void. His story is a reminder that worldly success does not equate to inner peace. And what about validation? The world teaches you to seek approval, to measure your worth by the opinions of others. But validation is nothing more than a leash, keeping you tethered to the expectations of people who do not see the fullness of who you are. Jesus himself warned against this in John 12:43, "For they loved human praise more than the praise of God." If you are constantly living for the applause of men, you will always be at their mercy. Is that the life you want, to be controlled by the judgments of those who are spiritually blind? Consider the story of Daniel, a man who refused to be swayed by the opinions of kings or the threats of those in power. When commanded to stop praying, he did not seek the approval of men. He stood firm in his faith, even when it meant being thrown into the lion's den. And yet, it was not the validation of men that saved him. It was the hand of God. His unwavering commitment to truth reminds you of your own calling. Why live bound by the expectations of those who cannot see your divine purpose? You were never created to waste your days chasing temporary pleasures that only leave you drained. The parties, the fleeting highs, the endless distractions, none of it truly fills the emptiness inside. This world offers counterfeit joy, but only God offers true fulfillment. Ecclesiastes 1:14 says, "I have seen all the things that are done under the sun. All of them are meaningless, a chasing after the wind." Deep down, you already know this to be true. How long will you allow yourself to be deceived? Step out of the illusion. Break free from the chains of worldly ambition and false validation. You were not meant to be controlled. You were meant to be free. There is a reason you have always felt different, like an outsider looking in. From an early age, you sensed that something about this world was off, that the way things worked did not quite add up. You tried to fit in, to follow the rules set by society, yet deep down, something inside you resisted. That resistance was not rebellion, it was revelation. You are waking up to the deception that has blinded the masses for generations. Pause for a moment and examine your life. How much of what you believe to be true was taught to you rather than discovered? How many of your desires were planted in you by a world that never had your best interests at heart? Isaiah 5:20 warns, "Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness." You were never meant to bow to a broken system built on lies, but the only way to break free is to recognize the illusions for what they are. Look at the prophets and chosen ones of the past. Elijah, a man who stood alone against an empire of falsehoods. While others bowed to the corrupt leadership of Ahab and Jezebel, Elijah saw through the deception. He was mocked, hunted, and isolated, yet he refused to conform. And because of his unwavering faith, God revealed truths to him that others were too blind to see. Have you ever wondered why you often walk alone? Why you see things that others dismiss? Perhaps it is because, like Elijah, you were chosen to perceive beyond the veil. But spiritual sight comes at a price. To fully embrace the truth, you must be willing to let go of every illusion that still holds you captive. What are you clinging to that no longer serves you? What mindsets, habits, or relationships have kept you asleep when you were meant to be awake? Consider the story of Jim Carrey, one of Hollywood's most famous actors. At the height of his success, he admitted that all of it, the fame, the money, the accolades, felt hollow. He once said, "I think everybody should get rich and famous and do everything they ever dreamed of so they can see that it's not the answer." His words echo the very truth the first angel is revealing to you now. What you once thought would fulfill you has only left you searching for more. This is your moment of reckoning. Heaven is waiting for your response. Will you remain entangled in the falsehoods of this world, or will you embrace the truth that has been placed before you? The first revelation has been given. Now you must decide. Message 2. Stand apart. Do you not see it yet? The world does not love you, because it was never meant to. You have spent years wondering why people mock you, why they misunderstand you, why they push you away. But this rejection is not random. It is not a curse. It is confirmation. They can sense what you are, even if they cannot put it into words. They see something in you that unsettles them, something that does not conform to their ways. And so they turn against you, not because you have done wrong, but because you do not belong to them. Jesus himself warned of this in John 15:18-19, saying, "If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. If you belong to the world, it would love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you." Have you ever wondered why your presence makes some people uncomfortable, even when you say nothing? Why some turn against you for no reason at all? It is because you are different, and they can feel it. The darkness that rules this world recognizes the light inside you, and it fears what you will become if you fully step into your calling. Consider Joseph, the dreamer. His own brothers despised him, not because he had harmed them, but because they sensed the divine favor upon him. His very existence was a threat to them, so they betrayed him, sold him into slavery, and thought they had destroyed him. But what they meant for evil, God used for good. Genesis 50:20. What if your rejection is actually your redirection? What if every betrayal, every loss, every misunderstanding was God's way of setting you apart for something greater? Even in modern times, think of Nikola Tesla, a brilliant inventor far ahead of his time. The world resisted him, mocked him, and tried to erase his contributions. Why? Because he saw what others could not. He had insight into things that threatened the powerful, and for that he was cast aside. But history remembers him now. His story is a reflection of yours. The world may not celebrate you today, but you were marked for something higher. The darkness has known it from the moment you were born. That is why the attacks have come, why the struggles have been relentless. But do not mistake opposition for failure. It is proof that you carry something this world cannot comprehend. The question is, will you let their rejection define you, or will you rise and step fully into the truth of who you are? Chosen one, listen carefully. The rejection you have faced was not by chance. Every moment of isolation, every season of loneliness, every time you felt like an outcast, it was all part of a divine process. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to be accepted by those who cannot see what you carry. From the beginning, you have walked a different path, one that separates you from the crowd. But have you ever wondered why? The truth is, the world cannot recognize you because your spirit does not bow to its false kings. The systems of this world are built on illusions, power, status, control, designed to enslave the minds of those who are unaware. But you were born to see through the deception. Your spirit was not made to conform, but to break free. This is why you have always felt different. It is why no matter how much you tried to fit in, something inside you resisted. Jesus warned of this in John 17:14, saying, "I have given them your word, and the world has hated them, for they are not of the world any more than I am of the world." Just as Christ was rejected by the very people he came to save, you too have experienced rejection. Not because you are unworthy, but because your presence is a reminder of a higher truth that the world does not understand. Have you noticed how some people are drawn to you while others turn against you without reason? It is not because of anything you have done. It is because your spirit carries something they cannot explain. Think of David, the shepherd boy who was overlooked, dismissed, and forgotten, even by his own family. When the prophet Samuel came searching for Israel's next king, David was not even considered worthy enough to be in the room. Yet he was the one God had chosen. While others sought favor from men, David was being prepared in obscurity, trained in solitude, shaped by rejection. And when his time came, he was ready. Could it be that your rejection is actually your preparation? Even in today's world, consider Albert Einstein, one of the greatest minds in history. As a child, he was seen as slow, different, even incapable. Teachers doubted him, society dismissed him. But what they saw as weakness was actually a mind that operated beyond their understanding. His rejection was proof that he did not belong to their system, and neither do you. So do not grieve the loneliness, do not mourn the rejection. It is a sign that you are set apart. The false kings of this world have no power over you, and that is why they cannot recognize you. But heaven does. And when the time comes, those who once rejected you will see exactly why you were chosen. Will you embrace your calling, or will you keep trying to fit into a world that was never meant to hold you? The enemy has tried to break you. He has whispered lies into your mind, making you question yourself, making you wonder if you were the problem. He has tried to convince you that you are unworthy, that you are unloved, that something is wrong with you. But hear the truth now. You are not the problem. You are the threat. They fear you. They fear your light because it exposes their darkness. They fear your wisdom because it cannot be manipulated. They fear the way you walk into a room and shift the atmosphere without uttering a single word. Have you ever noticed how people become uneasy in your presence even before you speak? It is because your spirit carries something they cannot understand but instinctively recognize. The enemy knows that you have the ability to discern beyond the surface, to see through deception, to expose hidden agendas. And that is why they turned against you. Jesus himself faced this same opposition. In John 8:45 he said, "Because I tell you the truth, you do not believe me." The world could not accept him because he revealed what they wanted to keep hidden. And now, the same battle has found its way to you. Have you ever wondered why people who once supported you suddenly turned cold? Why those you trusted tried to silence you? It was never about you personally. It was about what you carried. The light inside you threatened the darkness in them, and rather than change, they sought to remove you. But listen, chosen one, your loneliness was not a curse. It was preparation. Every season of isolation, every time you felt abandoned, every moment of rejection was a refining fire. The trials were never meant to destroy you. They were meant to strip away every false attachment, every dependency on the approval of man, so that you would learn to seek only the approval of God. Just as Joseph was betrayed by his own brothers and thrown into prison before stepping into his destiny, your suffering was never in vain. What the enemy meant for evil, God has been using for your good. Genesis 50:20. Even in modern times, consider Oprah Winfrey, a woman who endured rejection, abuse, and hardship from a young age. She was told she would never succeed, that she would never amount to anything, but she refused to let the voices of the world define her. Instead, she allowed the fire of adversity to refine her, to shape her into the person she was meant to become. And now she stands as a testament to what happens when you refuse to be silenced. This is your moment of revelation. You were never abandoned. Heaven was protecting you. You were never unworthy. Your worth was simply too great for those who could not see it. And you were never alone. God was always walking beside you. The time for apologizing is over. No more shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. No more silencing your voice to avoid offending those who cannot handle the truth. The world has tried to make you believe that being different is a burden, that standing apart is something to be ashamed of. But the time for dimming your light is over. Stand apart. Let them talk. Let them misunderstand. Let them stare. Do you really think their opinions define your purpose? Do you believe their approval determines your worth? You were not sent here to be liked. The great ones, the ones chosen by God, have never been accepted by the world. Jesus was not liked. The Pharisees hated him, religious leaders plotted against him, and even his own people rejected him. But did he compromise his truth? Did he change his mission so the world would embrace him? No. He disrupted the system, exposed the hypocrisy, and fulfilled his purpose regardless of the opposition. And now, it is your turn. You were sent here to disrupt, to shake the foundations of falsehood, to challenge the darkness that has been allowed to thrive unchecked. Have you ever noticed how those who walk in deception are comfortable around others who conform, but uneasy in the presence of those who carry truth? That is because your very existence is an act of defiance against the lies of this world. Think of Martin Luther King Jr., a man who refused to remain silent in the face of injustice. He was not welcomed by the system. He was not celebrated by those in power. He was hated, ridiculed, and ultimately assassinated. Not because he was wrong, but because he spoke a truth that disrupted the status quo. He could have stayed silent. He could have dimmed his light, but he embraced the calling placed upon him. Will you? The second revelation has been given. You have been set apart for a reason. The time for hiding is over. You have seen the truth. Now you must embrace it. Message 3. Obey without delay. You no longer have time to wait. The hour of hesitation has passed. The third angel's voice thunders through the air, shaking the very foundation beneath you. Enough waiting, enough second-guessing, enough asking, searching, looking for yet another sign. The truth has already been revealed to you. The mission has already been placed in your hands. You already know what you are meant to do. Now do it. How many more confirmations do you need? How many more times must you hear the same call before you finally step forward? Moses stood before the burning bush, questioning, doubting, asking God for reassurance, yet God had already chosen him. Exodus 3:11. Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh? He asked. But it was never about who Moses was. It was about who God is. And the same is true for you. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for permission. God has already sent the call. Now you must answer it. Have you ever noticed how some people waste years, even decades, waiting for the perfect moment that never comes? Steve Jobs, one of the most influential visionaries of our time, once said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life." If he had waited for the right circumstances, the right conditions, the perfect opportunity, he never would have changed the world. But he acted. And now the choice is yours. Will you take action, or will you keep waiting while time slips away? The third angel's voice is not gentle, it is urgent. Heaven is waiting for you to move. This world does not need another hesitant soul, another chosen one who remains stuck in fear and uncertainty. It needs warriors. It needs those who will rise, speak, create, and act. Those who will stop looking for signs and start becoming the sign. You have been called, you have been prepared, you have been given everything you need. Now will you obey? Chosen one, you have felt the pull, you have heard the whispers in your spirit, seen the signs before you, and yet you hesitate. You wonder, am I truly ready? You question, do I have what it takes? But hear this now. Delay is the enemy's greatest weapon against you. Every second of hesitation is a doorway for doubt. The longer you wait, the more your confidence erodes. The enemy wants you trapped in uncertainty, paralyzed by overthinking, waiting for some moment of absolute clarity that will never come. But what if the clarity you seek will only come once you move? The longer you wait, the more fear gains power over you. What if Moses had let fear stop him at the burning bush? What if Esther had remained silent, afraid to approach the king? What if David had stared at Goliath and thought, maybe I should wait for someone stronger? They did not wait, they stepped forward. And because they did, God moved. But hesitation does more than feed fear. It closes doors that were meant to be yours. Have you ever looked back on an opportunity you missed, realizing too late that it was meant for you? Ecclesiastes 11:4 warns, "Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap." If you keep waiting for the perfect conditions, you will never move. And if you do not move, how will you ever receive what was meant for you? Consider Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He did not become a legend because he hesitated. He became one because he took the shot over and over, even when he failed. He once said, "Everything negative, pressure, challenges is all an opportunity for me to rise." What if you saw your doubts and fears the same way? Not as barriers, but as signals that you are stepping into something greater. The truth is, you are already prepared. God does not call the ready, He calls the willing. You don't need another sign. You don't need more time. The moment has come. The only question is, will you step into it? Or will you let hesitation steal what was always meant to be yours? You do not have time to delay any longer. Heaven is moving. The divine plan is unfolding, and if you do not move with it, you will be left behind. The calling on your life is not one of convenience, it is one of urgency. This is not the time to hesitate, to second guess, to wait for another sign. The doors that are opening will not remain open forever. The opportunities before you are not guaranteed to return. If you do not step forward now, how many blessings will pass you by? Yes, the road ahead is uncertain. Yes, stepping into the unknown is terrifying. But when has faith ever been about certainty? Abraham was called to leave everything behind and follow God to a land he had never seen. Genesis 12:1. Did he have a map? Did he have proof of what was ahead? All he had was the voice of God and the faith to follow. And because he obeyed, his life became the foundation of a covenant that still stands today. What if he had waited? What if he had delayed? What if he had let fear keep him in the land of familiarity? Your obedience will unlock miracles. Have you considered that the breakthrough you are praying for is waiting on your first step of faith? The Israelites did not see the Red Sea part until they walked toward it. The walls of Jericho did not fall until they marched in obedience. Miracles follow action. James 2:17 reminds us, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. The enemy wants you stuck, afraid to move, afraid to fail. But what if the only real failure is refusing to act at all? Think of Elon Musk, one of the most daring entrepreneurs of our time. He risked everything, pouring his own money into Tesla and SpaceX when others told him he would fail. There were moments when it seemed impossible, when every expert predicted his downfall. But he kept moving. He kept believing in the vision. And now the world watches in awe. His story is proof that great things do not happen to those who hesitate. They happen to those who are willing to act, even when the future is unclear. The time is now. You have waited long enough. Heaven is moving. Will you move with it? Will you allow your fear to keep you bound, or will you take the step that will change everything? The choice is yours. But remember this, obedience now will open doors that hesitation will close forever. Message 4. Speak the truth. The very sound of your voice will shake the foundations of the earth. When the fourth angel speaks, his words burn with a fire that cannot be contained. It is a fire that purifies, that consumes falsehood, and that ignites the souls of those who are ready to awaken. You have been chosen, not for silence, but for declaration. You were given sight, not to keep hidden, but to illuminate the path for those who wander in darkness. You were given wisdom, not to be stored away, but to be poured out like living water for those who thirst for the truth. You were entrusted with divine truth, so that you could proclaim it to the world, unshaken by doubt or fear. Now, chosen one, open your mouth and let the words of heaven flow through you. Can you feel it, the weight of the words placed upon your soul? You were never meant to remain silent. There is a reason why you perceive what others cannot see, why your ears catch whispers that others dismiss. What if the very things you've witnessed were entrusted to you because God knew you would not remain silent? The words you carry are not your own. They are heavenly, sacred, meant to set captives free. But the enemy has fought against your voice from the beginning. He has tried to silence you, to make you question your authority, to fill your heart with fear so that you hesitate before speaking. How many times has he made you believe that your voice carries no weight, that your truth will fall upon deaf ears? And yet, deep within, you know the truth. Your voice was set apart long before you drew your first breath. This is no different from what happened to the prophet Jeremiah. When God called him, Jeremiah hesitated, saying, "Ah, sovereign Lord, I do not know how to speak. I am too young." Jeremiah 1:6. But God rebuked his fear, declaring, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations." Jeremiah 1:5. Just like Jeremiah, you were anointed before your birth. The calling upon your life is not something you stumbled into. It was written into your very being before time began. So, why hesitate now? Why allow fear to grip you when the heavens have already decreed your purpose? Consider Martin Luther King Jr., a man who, despite overwhelming opposition, could not remain silent in the face of injustice. There were countless moments when he was threatened, ridiculed, and told to stop speaking. Yet, he chose to press forward, declaring, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter." He knew that his voice was not for his comfort, but for the liberation of many. Do you see the parallel? Your voice carries the same weight in the spiritual realm. You do not speak to gain favor. You do not speak to be accepted. You speak because you are called. You speak because the chains of the oppressed depend on it. And what is the message that burns within you? It is the same message that John the Baptist cried out in the wilderness. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven has come near. Matthew 3:2. Your voice is not an echo, it is a trumpet call, a sound that pierces through deception, waking those who have been lulled to sleep by the world's distractions. Will you let the fire within you die out, or will you rise and let your voice be the instrument God intended it to be? The time has come, chosen one. The fire in your words was never meant to be tamed. You were not called to whisper, but to declare. Open your mouth and let the world hear what God has placed inside of you. You were never meant to whisper when the fire of God burns within you. Your voice was crafted to roar, to shake the very foundations of darkness, to pierce through deception and awaken the souls of those still trapped in spiritual slumber. Do not shrink back when you were meant to rise. Do not hide in the shadows when you were anointed to stand in the light. Every word you speak in faith carries the weight of heaven itself. You are not alone in this mission. God's presence, His authority, and His power stand behind you. Speak with boldness. Let the fire within you consume all hesitation, and declare the truth with the certainty of one who knows that the heavens have already decreed victory. This is the fourth revelation, the message that carries the weight of divine urgency. It is not meant to be kept hidden, nor is it meant to be spoken with timidity. You have been entrusted with truth, and now you must proclaim it. Think of the prophets before you. Moses, who stammered, yet still stood before Pharaoh. Elijah, who faced the false prophets of Baal alone. Ezekiel, who spoke to dry bones until they rose in power. None of them were chosen for their eloquence, their strength, or their qualifications. They were chosen because they obeyed. Will you? What will you do with these words? Will you dismiss them as just another message, something to consider later when the time feels right? Or will you allow them to take root, to stir something so deep within you that you can no longer remain the same? Will you break the cycle of waiting, doubting, and overanalyzing, or will you finally step into the calling that heaven has been leading you toward? Gideon once hid in fear, convinced that he was the least of his family, unworthy of being used by God. Yet the angel of the Lord appeared to him and declared, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." Judges 6:12. Even when Gideon doubted himself, heaven had already named him victorious. The same is true for you. You may think you are not ready, that your voice is too small, that your past disqualifies you. But heaven sees differently. Heaven sees the warrior in you, the one who has been forged through trials, the one who has been refined by fire, the one who has been chosen for such a time as this. Look at the world around you. Darkness grows bolder. Lies are being spread as truth, and yet God's chosen ones are rising, stepping into the fullness of their purpose. You were never meant to remain on the sidelines. You're not merely a spectator in this battle. You are a warrior, an instrument of God's will. Even in the world of history and leadership, those who changed the course of destiny did not wait until they felt fully prepared. Nelson Mandela, after years of imprisonment, walked free not just as a survivor, but as a leader who spoke for the freedom of his people. He once said, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it." He knew that fear could not dictate his actions. And now the question turns to you. Will fear keep you silent, or will you step into the boldness that heaven has already placed within you? You have been called. The words have been given. The question is no longer whether you are ready, but whether you will obey. Will you answer the call, or will you let hesitation rob you of the purpose that is already waiting for you? The time is now. Stand, speak, declare. The world is waiting. To delay is to deny. Every moment you hesitate, the enemy seizes as an opportunity to plant more doubt, more fear, more reasons to convince you that you are not ready. Every time you tell yourself, I just need more time, you are unknowingly surrendering the very ground that was meant to be yours. How many victories have been stolen because God's chosen ones hesitated at the threshold of their breakthrough? How many battles have been lost, not because of the enemy's strength, but because of delayed obedience? Understand this: no one who has ever been called by God has felt completely ready. Not Moses, who feared his own voice; not David, who was just a shepherd boy when he was anointed king; not Esther, who questioned if she had the courage to stand before the king. And yet, God did not choose them based on their confidence or preparedness. He chose them because they were willing. Do you see the pattern? Your readiness is not measured by how prepared you feel, but by your willingness to trust the one who called you. This moment is not about your worthiness. It was never about that. The angels are not standing before you to question whether you are qualified. Heaven is not waiting for you to present a list of achievements proving that you deserve this calling. God already made his decision. You were chosen not because you are perfect, not because you have all the answers, but because your heart is willing. The only question left is, will you step forward? Look at the story of Peter. He was impulsive, flawed, and often misunderstood Jesus' teachings. Yet, when Jesus called him to step out of the boat and walk on water, Peter didn't pause to weigh the risks. He stepped out. Matthew 14:28-29. Yes, he faltered, but he walked on water. The others stayed in the boat, comfortable, afraid, and yet Peter's willingness made him the one whom Jesus would later call the rock upon which he would build his church. Matthew 16:18. If Peter had waited until he felt ready, he would have never taken that step. What about you? Are you waiting for a feeling of certainty before you move? What if that feeling never comes? Even outside of Scripture, history shows us that those who stepped into greatness did not wait until they felt ready. Consider Mother Teresa, a humble woman who felt an overwhelming call to serve the poorest of the poor. She did not wait until she had enough resources, the right connections, or a grand strategy. She simply stepped out in faith, trusting that God would provide, and he did. Her willingness, not her qualifications, changed the world. Heaven does not need you to be perfect. God does not require you to have it all figured out. He only asks for your obedience, your trust, your willingness to take that first step. The moment is now. The angels have arrived. The call has been given. The only thing left is your response. Will you step into what has already been written for you? Or will you let hesitation rob you of what was always meant to be yours? The truth has been spoken, and now the time for action has come. Heaven has called you, anointed you, and prepared you for this very moment. The enemy has tried to silence you, but you were not created to remain quiet. Your voice carries divine power. You have been given words that can break chains, wisdom that can pierce through deception, and a calling that cannot be denied. But to step into this mission, you must surrender every fear, every hesitation, and every doubt into the hands of the Almighty. You must pray, not just with your lips, but with your whole being, calling upon heaven to ignite the fire within you. Now let us pray together as a family. Heavenly Father, I come before you today with a heart open and surrendered. You have called me, you have chosen me, and you have placed your truth within me. Before I was born, you anointed my voice to speak, my spirit to discern, and my mind to understand. Yet, for so long I have allowed fear to hold me back. I have questioned myself when you had already given me the answer. I have hesitated when you had already prepared the way. But today, Lord, I say yes. I declare that I will no longer be silent. The enemy has tried to mute me, to make me doubt my purpose, but his schemes will not prevail. For you have not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. I receive this truth into my soul. Let every lie that has kept me bound be broken now in the name of Jesus. Lord, set a fire in my spirit. Let your words flow through me like a mighty river, unstoppable and unshaken. Make me bold, Lord, bold like Moses before Pharaoh, bold like Elijah on Mount Carmel, bold like John the Baptist, who prepared the way for Christ. When I speak, let it not be my voice, but yours speaking through me. When I open my mouth, let truth be released, breaking chains and setting captives free. Father, I repent for every moment I have allowed the approval of man to dictate my actions. I am not here to please the world. I am here to fulfill your will. The world may misunderstand me. They may reject me. They may even turn against me. But I will not bow to their false kings. My allegiance is to you alone. Lord, strengthen my spirit. I know the road ahead will not be easy. I know that walking in obedience will come with battles, with opposition, with moments of doubt. But just as you walked with Joshua, just as you stood with David, I know you will stand with me. Your word says in Isaiah 41:10, Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I cling to this promise. I will not walk in fear. I will walk in faith. Father, I ask for divine discernment. Help me to see beyond the surface, to recognize deception when it arises, to perceive the schemes of the enemy before they take root. Let me be a vessel of truth in a world drowning in lies. Let my words cut through darkness like a sword, bringing revelation to those who are lost. And Lord, I ask for endurance. There will be moments of weariness, moments where I feel alone, moments where I question everything. But remind me, Father, that I am never truly alone. Remind me that Jesus himself was rejected, misunderstood, and persecuted, yet he never wavered. If the world hated him, they will hate those who follow him. John 15:18. But I choose to follow anyway. Today I step fully into my calling. No more delay, no more waiting for another sign, no more doubting what I already know. I receive the mantle you have placed upon me. I embrace the mission you have assigned to me. I open my mouth and I will speak. Let your power go before me. Let your favor surround me. Let your words flow through me. For yours is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. In Jesus' mighty name, I pray. Amen. As we delve into the profound significance of God's chosen ones and the powerful message of the 144,000 being called, we are reminded that the arrival of the 4 angels with their divine messages marks a pivotal moment in history. These angels have come with not just words, but a call to action, a call for transformation, and a call to step into the destiny that has been set before you by God. This is the time to recognize that you are part of something much bigger than yourself, something eternal, something divinely orchestrated. The path you are walking is one of great purpose, and with each step you take in faith, you are aligning yourself with the will of God. The 144,000 are not just a group of individuals. They are a representation of God's chosen ones who are called to bring about his divine plan on earth. This calling is not without its challenges, but remember, with each challenge comes an opportunity to grow in faith and to fulfill the mission God has placed in your heart. As the angels have arrived with powerful messages, you too are being called to listen, to act, and to become a beacon of light in a world that so desperately needs it. You are equipped with everything you need to fulfill your calling, and the strength you need is already within you through the grace and guidance of God. In these times of spiritual awakening, when the angels are speaking and the divine plan is unfolding, it's crucial that you align yourself with God's will. Don't let the noise of the world drown out the divine messages being sent your way. Take time to listen, reflect, and step forward in faith, knowing that as one of God's chosen ones, you are part of a greater movement. You are a part of the fulfillment of prophecy, and your role in this divine story is significant. If this message has touched your heart, if you feel inspired and moved by the truth of God's calling on your life, we encourage you to consider supporting this ministry through Super Thanks. Your donation, no matter the size, is an investment in spreading these powerful messages and continuing to uplift those who need to hear them. We are so grateful for your generosity, and we appreciate your commitment to the work that God is doing through this platform. However, please know that whether you choose to donate or not, your presence here is a blessing. By simply engaging with this content, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting, you are actively participating in the divine work that God is doing in this world. Your involvement is what makes this community stronger and more impactful. Together, we can reach more souls, spread more light, and bring about more transformation in the lives of God's chosen ones. We invite you to share your thoughts, your stories, and your insights in the comments below. Let us know how this message has resonated with you and how you are responding to God's call in your life. Your voice matters, and it can inspire others who are on this same journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that you never miss a message that could change your life. Above all, we want to express our deepest gratitude to each and every one of you. Whether you donate or not, we are so thankful for your continued support and for being part of this powerful community. May God bless you abundantly, guide you with His divine wisdom, and strengthen your resolve to walk in His purpose. As you continue on your journey, know that you are not alone. The angels are with you, and God's love surrounds you. Thank you for being here with us, and may you always walk in the light of His love and grace.